So I'm going to tell you what I'm worried about with the Republicans once again nailing it, coming out with the most aggressive, quickest narrative around Charlie Kirk's unaliver. I don't know where the Democrats are with this. I don't know where they are. Once again, where the fuck are they? I feel like this is all happening all over again. When in 2016 I went down the QAnon rabbit holes and I got myself out after 6 months, it was all about the Epstein narrative. That it was the Democrats that were all over those files and were part of all these child sex trafficking rings, right? Here we are, 8 or so years later, and now the facts are finally emerging. Donald Trump is in there a lot. We'll never know in what capacity. We know from the birthday letters it's pretty bad. And there were other Republican big time donors that were in the files. I'm sure there's Democrats too, but we're never going to know the truth because it's Republicans who are blocking the Epstein File release for a reason, because they already captured the narrative 8 years ago that it was the Democrats that were in those files, and they want to keep that narrative today. And so right now what we're seeing is the Republicans, Fox News, J.D. Vance, Donald Trump creating an aggressive narrative that the unaliver of Charlie Kirk was a leftist, and they want to pass laws. They're talking about passing laws to make leftists pretty much disappear. Left-leaning ideology, you'll be fired. Like, this is fascism. And they're using that to create an aggressive narrative. And here's the scoop. We don't know anything about this shooter. He's not cooperating. We know that the bullet casings appear to hint pretty strongly that he was in alt-right online circles who considered Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump too liberal. We know that he's got a transgender partner who's very much cooperating, but we're not going to know the truth until the trial. Then the truth is going to come out, but it'll be too late. Just like the truth is coming out right now about the Epstein files and it implicating Republicans and Donald Trump, it doesn't matter because they got their base to believe what they're going to believe. It's been burned into their psyches, into every emotional neural pathway of their brain, and they will not budge off of it, that we are the violent ones. And this is what I'm deathly afraid of. But I'm also optimistic because we all need to realize what we have now that we didn't have back then when QAnon and everything was taking root. We're awake now. We're aware. We are on top of things. Back when QAnon was unfolding and the Epstein File conspiracies, people on the left were like, this is the fringe, that's extreme, this is a minority. I'm going to go on with my life as a Democratic politician or as a Democratic voter and see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil. It's just such a small thing. It's nothing. And we lost because it became something. It became everything. Well, we're at a different place today. So all I can do is urge everybody to keep pushing facts on every form of social media. What we know, what we don't know. But also be aware that the right is aggressively painting a narrative. They're getting on top of it, ahead of it, and we have to push our Democratic leaders in each of our states to say, what are you doing? Are you going to say something about this? What are you doing? Are you going to be passive again? And if they're going to be passive again, it's up to you and it's up to me. It's up to all of us. And we are much larger in number now. Back then, nobody was listening. Nobody thought that any of this was a threat. Heck, even when Project 2025 surfaced, it took a year or two for people to get it on the left. So anyway,